Three news stories for you. Firstly, Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmad has chaired an important meeting in Afar region. Regional heads, senior army officials were participants in the meeting. Why was this meeting held in Afar? What was the purpose of this meeting? Secondly, viewers, Somali president a few hours ago issued a statement against PM Roble. Some serious allegations are being leveled against PM Roble. Once again, PM Roble and President Farmajo are on collision course. And thirdly, we have a report about drone strikes on southern Tigray. 48 hours ago, we saw announcement from Ethiopian government that it had almost suspended its military operations in eastern Amhara region. But drone strikes are still continuing. We have one report about a drone strike which happened not a few hours ago, it happened around 24 hours ago. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmad was in Afar yesterday, reportedly. He chaired a meeting there. All regional leaders, regional presidents were called to be part of this meeting. Senior officials of Ethiopian National Defense Force, Ethiopian Air Force, they also participated in the meeting. Important question, viewers, is why was this meeting held? Why in Afar? What was the purpose of this meeting? We have seen some statements within the past 2 days raising questions about PM Abiy's announcement to suspend military operations and not to enter Tigray. Azima Party issued an ambiguous statement. Amhara news outlets, some of them were already questioning PM Abiy's decision. They were saying the decision was made unilaterally and PM Abiy should have taken all regional leaders on board. He should have consulted the parliament as well. Why did the PM and ENDF make unilateral decision? So questions were being raised. That is why this meeting was held. PM Abiy, Ethiopian federal forces are trying to justify the decision regarding suspension of military operations. Important question is regional government, especially Amhara region, can it be convinced? And what is the official position of Amhara region? We have not seen any official statement from Amhara region so far questioning or rejecting suspension of military operation. We have seen statements against participation of TPLF in national dialogue. Tahir Muhammad's statement of Nama we saw. We did not see any major statement from Nama or from Amhara regional government rejecting or questioning suspension of military operations towards Tigray. But some Amhara news outlets are questioning this decision. So that is why meeting was held. We don't have information about what happened in the meeting. We'll try to update you, but so far we have not seen any statement after this meeting. Any statement which we can say that it's a sort of consensus. We have not seen any statement after this meeting so far. We'll try to update you. PM Abiy was under pressure. He was finding it difficult to satisfy and appease all sides because some elements want this operation to continue. By the way, viewers, operation has not stopped. Fighting is still going on in southern Tigray, in western Tigray. So it's not a ceasefire. People say, Sajid, is this an unofficial ceasefire? No, it's not a ceasefire. Fighting is still being reported. We have a report about a drone strike at the end of this video. So it means there is no ceasefire. On some fronts, military operations might have been suspended. ENDF is not advancing into Tigray. Otherwise, fighting is still going on. Secondly, viewers, Somali President Farmajo a few hours ago issued a statement against Prime Minister Mohammed Hussein Roble. Farmajo is accusing Roble of deviating from the role which was assigned to him. Roble was assigned the role of steering the country towards presidential election. In February, Farmajo's term expired. He got a 2-year extension. The extension was rejected by regional governments, by presidential candidates. Then we saw a confrontation between forces loyal to President Farmajo and opposition candidates. Roble stepped in. He was made in charge of election process. But since February till now, we have seen several disputes between Roble and Farmajo. In October, we saw serious tension between Farmajo and Roble over the appointment of Fahad Yassin, head of intelligence agency of Somalia. Then viewers, I think 24 hours ago, PM Roble fired 7 officials of Election Dispute Resolution Committee, and he announced a meeting with regional leaders on the 27th of December, tomorrow. Before that, Somali Coastal Guard Chief Brigadier General Abiy Ahmad leveled serious allegations against Roble. He accused Roble of trying to capture state land of Coast Guard near Mogadishu airport. So Roble is being accused of corruption as well. Now, Farmajo says that a meeting should be held and this election process should be corrected. Roble is not leading it in a fair and unbiased manner. Roble is due to meet some regional leaders tomorrow. It means we could see 2 meetings. Farmajo will meet his allies and Roble will meet some regional leaders tomorrow. That is what has been happening throughout this year in Somalia. That elections it seems that it will take some time for Somali presidential elections to be held. Already, I think a year has passed since this process of election has started. But so far, only indirect elections for upper house has been completed. For the lower house, the process has not been completed so far. UN also issued a statement a few days ago calling for speeding up this process of presidential election. So in coming hours, once again, we could see Roble and Farmajo coming face to face. Lastly, viewers, drone strike on southern Tigray. I think on Friday, another drone strike was reported on southern Tigray. The area was Churcher. Churcher was targeted. It's on Afar, Tigray border. It's in southern Tigray. Tigray-backed news sources have shared some videos and pictures of the drone strike too. Important thing, viewers, is that this drone strike happened after PM Abiy announced the suspension of military operations. After Ethiopian federal government issued a statement that it had told its forces to halt their advance. So the advance has been halted, but fighting is still going on. Drone strikes are happening. There is no end to these drone strikes so far. In southern Tigray, drone strikes are still underway. It's difficult to brief you about front lines in southern Tigray. Situation is a little fluid. ENDF and Amhara forces did enter Alamata. What happened after Alamata? Did they capture Koram? We have no confirmation. TDF has been trying to push ENDF out of Alamata. overall situation about front lines in southern Tigray is not clear. That is why we are not updating you, but we can only tell you that fighting is still going on. TDF wants Alamata, Koram, it wants ENDF to push back towards Kobo. But ENDF Amara forces, they want both Koram and Alamata. They were in Alamata. Drone strikes are still continuing, as is evident after this report about drone strike on Churchill. Thanks for watching.